Hello everyone, it is iReversal and welcome to yet again another Knights and Dragons video. In the last episode we were at our halfway point with only 9.5 hours more to go before the Guild War was going to end, and at that time we had 73,856 points and we were at rank 470, which is the E-ribbon that gives 6 fusion boost armors. Man, I'm so tired right now. I'm like so ready to go to bed right now. So let me just quickly collect my money. Now actually I can do that some other time. I have a lot to talk about in this episode. So anyway, in this video we'll be talking about how we did in the Guild War and how I experienced it. We will also be looking at how some of the top guilds did during this Guild War. And I'm also going to give you guys some tips as how you can get, your points in the Guild War pretty efficiently in my experience. That might be wrong, but it's just my experience anyway. Let's get down to it. So first of all, the rewards. Like the Guild War is done, we're gonna get a reward. We won 6 Spirit Fusion Boost Armors and 8 Fusion Stones. And we went up from rank 470 to 424. I'm very proud of this achievement because we spent way less gems this war. So let's just take a look at the battles. The screen is loading right now. We won 9 battles and we lost 1 battle, so we did 10 battles in total. One thing that I noticed near the end of the Guild War event is that the most guilds either have only level 1 or 2 guardians, or they don't have any guardians at all. So that's why, it has been very easy for us to accumulate some points. So that actually brings me to my first tip. Use gems only in a battle where the Guardian is already defeated. I would also suggest to spend your gems during the last 10 or 20 minutes in the battle, and only do it if you're 100% sure that you're actually going to win. And with that being said, let's just take a look at our members, because I actually changed something from before. Before I was making it so that the person with the most points would become a guild champion. Right now I actually changed it so that the person with the most attacks in total will actually be the guild champion. And the guild champion for this week's Guild War is none other than my good friend Q-Rim, which was actually funny because me and Q-Rim had this thing going on in which we both ended up being online the entire Guild War. And funny enough, Q-Rim fell asleep after the 9th battle, so the second to last battle, so he didn't end up spending his last 2 energy, and even with that he's still in our guild champion, so congratulations to him. If you just take a look at it, he did 2 less battles than I did, because I actually did stay up the entire time. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I had to say about Incognito. I'm very happy at how we did. So now let's just take a look at the real Guild War champions, the people who spent a lot of gems in order to get the prestigious top 10 positions. So previously in the first place we had the Death Knights with 3.5 million. They actually end up having 4.8 million. Then we had Bond Beyond Time having 2 million. Then we had Brotherhood of Steel. They had 1.1 million. They went up to 1.6. And after that we had the Night Raiders, and the Night Raiders are actually rank 5 right now, so they're still within the top 5. They had just over 1 million, and only the best had just a little bit under 1 million. In 6th place it was pretty much said already that Forsaken was going to get that, because there was a huge gap of 250,000 points between them and only the best. And there was 150 points in between Forsaken and the Danger Guild. And things are getting interesting here, because rank 7 used to be the Danger Guild. Then we had the Gypsy Jokers in 8th, Kickbutt in 9th place, we had Holy Opmas in 10th place, Majestic Legion in 11th place, and 560 in the 12th place. And currently the top 10 are Hot Holy Mass, 875,000 points. Then we have Danger, not 20,000 less, Majestic in there as well. And it was, I don't even know if it was Majestic or Majestic Legion now, because they're 2 separate guilds. But anyway, congratulations to Majestic as well. And we have the Gypsy Jokers, and yeah, unfortunately for Kickbutt, they were at rank 9, but they got their butt kicked by the Gypsy Jokers. And in 12th place we have the Conquering Knights. So you guys probably wondering, where the heck is 560? They're right here, 1 place below that. So let's take a look at rank 25, because I actually have something very interesting to tell you guys. I noticed this. We got like 50,000 more points, right? Right now, we as a guild, we currently have like 129,000 points. We used to have like 73,000 points, so that's like 55,000 more points. Now let's take a look at rank 25. Rank 25 is 5-star alliance with 500,000 points. In the previous update, the rank 10 had 508,000 points. If you look at the rewards, you see that whenever you get down from rank 11 to 25, it is the exact same reward. So what I'm trying to say here is, it basically means that the top guilds out there, like, basically ended up spending like 200 to 300,000 points, because that's how many points they got more than before. And I basically made a calculation, a quick calculation, and the calculation says that if we take the number 200,000 as, you know, as assuming that you would get into the top 10, and every attack would give you like 300 points, right? So every attack is 300 points. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's 300 points. Each time you recharge, it's going to give you 1200 points, because each recharge is one attack. 4 attacks is 1200 points. Divide 200,000 points by 1200 points, you are going to get the number 166. That is 166 recharges, and that basically adds up to $200 wasted on 2 fusion boost armors. Can you imagine $200 wasted on fusion boost armors? If you have a guild of 40 members, that's $5 a member. That's a lot of money. In my opinion, for 2 fusion boost armors, I feel that's a really huge amount of money spent for nothing. Because, you know, you were there already, but, you know, I already took into consideration that there's like 50 points from you just being active. So, yeah, with that being said, it's actually quite funny how much people actually do end up spending in this game. And I think that's wasted. So wasted. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I have to tell about the top wars. Congratulations to every single top member of the top guilds who did great on spending a lot of gems. But it's very cool to you know, be very competitive about this game. And I'm in no way trying to bring you guys down, but I'm sort of trying to do a reality check with you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say about that. So let's head over towards the tips, because I told you guys that I was going to throw in some tips, and these tips are going to be about how you can get your points efficiently during a guild war. So tip number 2, concentration, communication, not concentration. Make sure that you communicate with your members, and my best advice would be to make a line chat and actually be active on there, or at least try to use the guild chat a lot. It sometimes glitches out. You just press on a message, and once you're able to do a message, it will actually show off. So that way you can communicate with your members. I also think that the guild leader should know how strong their members actually are. So the way it is in Incognito is that in Incognito we have 3 types of groups. It's all based on killing the guardians. We have the first group, that's the elite group of the strongest people in our guild. They will be capable of taking on the level 4 guardians and below. Then we have the second group, they kill level 3 guardians and below. And then we have the rest who are killing level 2 guardians and below. And this way you don't have, you won't have any situations in which like 4 people do the last hit on 1 guardian, which basically means that there's like 600 to 900 points lost, and that's a lot. So it's all about communication, in my opinion. Tip number 3, sentinel killing. I mean, don't be greedy for points or anything, but just hit that dang sentinel already. If a sentinel is too strong for you to defeat, you can still take it down by hitting it 6 times. A sentinel basically starts off by having 50% protection, and once you hit it once, it will lose 5%. And if it drops down to 20%, it will be gone. You know, the protection will be gone. And from that point on forward, you can start attacking commanders. But before you do that, please listen to tip number 4. So tip number 4, Guardian has top priority. Always kill the Guardian first. I cannot stress this out enough, because, you know, however, if a Guardian is, for example, like level 10, you probably don't want to bother killing it anyway, so you might as well just go ahead and attack the commanders. But the reason why you have to kill a guardian first is because when you get less, you will get less points for attacking commanders if it's still alive. Let's just quickly take a look at my guild at Incognito, and I'm just going to go to the point where you can buy a guardian. And if you guys can see at the Crimson Dragon, it actually shows that the points is minus 25%. So that means that if you are like opposing a guardian, you already get like 25% less points for not killing it, you know. So make sure you got it sorted out who attacks the guardian and who can actually handle it. That comes back to tip number 2. So the next tip, tip number 5. Hitting the guild masters and the champions is an absolute no-go. Only the sentinel matters and the guardian matters, because killing the guild master and the champion is going to give you any bonus whatsoever. As a matter of fact, usually the guild master is even stronger than the guild sentinel, because usually it's a really high level guy with some amazing armors who ended up deciding that he wanted to start off a new guild or something like that. And the champion usually is like the 3rd strongest guy in the guild. I mean, who's going to appoint like the guy who's supposed to be a sentinel to a guild champion? That doesn't make any sense. And attacking the guild champion doesn't give you more points, really. You might want to discuss that, but I don't want to go into much further detail about that. Just trust it from me. It's not going to give you any extra points whatsoever, at least not for the risk. And the last tip, I want to tell you guys so bad, but the last tip I can give you is don't be a dictator. You'll probably be very disappointed by this tip, but I don't care. The one thing that I've learned is not to pressure people in your guild. If you pressure people, they will end up being dismotivated to play and they will eventually leave your guild. So I would suggest any guild master to set up a couple of rules. So, you know, when the people join the guild, they are absolutely sure that they understand the rules and what they need to do to stay in your guild. So that way you won't like be a jerk or anything when you actually do kick that person out. A great way to do this is by using the message board in the guild. Like, I could type something in here. Like, if you're the guild master, you can basically type something in here, and I will basically do something for the purpose of this video. I'll be like, hey, I'm using this bulletin board for YouTube. Say hello all. Say hello. Hello, or whatever. And the way it works is it will just show up immediately like, hey, Reversal YouTube updated the guild description. So that means they will actually see it, you know, and if you change the message, they will just get a notice when they are online, and they will most likely likely check it anyway. I always check this, but I know it's friends I cannot add because I'm full, but I still check it anyway. I mean, you're stupid if you don't check. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's something important, you know. You never know unless you don't check it. And this also means that, yes, also when members are not responding to you, if they're online, they will most likely check it, because, yeah, I never met a person who doesn't check their messages. That's just stupid. But anyway, there are some exceptions, and if you feel like spoken to, it's not my problem. But yeah, just, you know, that way you be less of a jerk when you kick out people for the right reasons. You know, you set the rules. They've accepted it by joining your guild. Don't make too much of a fuss about it. But make sure that as a guild leader, you should always stay humble. You should always stay polite towards your guild members, and you should respect your guild members. You know, try to be nice to people. Stop being a little child who's so like freaking obsessed with powers, ranks, and all that stuff. Because to be honest, I would actually consider like trying to encourage people, tell people that like they worked hard and everything. Like I don't even know, like people are always, in my guild, everybody's like, hey, you did so well, like crazy, like I'm so happy, well done everybody. Like that's basically just the way Incognito works. We're always trying to empowering each other and always trying to help each other. I'm sorry for that. So yeah, you know, tell them they did something great and they'll feel special about it. And in the end, I just believe that loyalty in a guild means a whole lot more than just having a few guys in your guild. We're just gonna leave anyway because you ended up making them like a high commander because they asked. Like, people who are asking for high commanders, dude, you guys are like idiots. You're losers. You're not going to get it. Like, if you do get it, like, the guildmaster's probably an idiot and you shouldn't join that guild. And if you're asking for it, you probably don't deserve to be in a guild. But that's just my opinion. Feel free to discuss every single tip and this in specific, what I told you guys, in the comment section below. So, with all of this being said, it's about time that I'm bringing this episode to an end. All I want to say is that in conclusion, I've really enjoyed this guild war a lot. I'm really looking forward towards the next guild war. I hope these tips will help you guys definitely out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this very episode. And here it comes, as always. Make sure that if you guys like this episode, to boom, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys could do me a favor, also please subscribe to my channel. There's going to be an annotation at the top that you can click right now. And it will open up a new tab so you don't have to close this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was me, Reversal, for Knights and Dragons, signing off. And I'll see you guys in the next one.